Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin, principal of Simply Improve Health, and I help people to train better and longer, have improved sleep, and enjoy better quality of health using simple plant-based products and simple techniques. This evening, I thought it would be, now that this summer is over and people are back to work or school, that the flu season will be on us in no time at all, especially with kids at school. They pick up everything and bring it home. And our husbands love to and spouses love to share their germs with us. So I thought it would be a good idea to give you some suggestions about essential oils that you can use to not only make the house smell good when it's more closed up in the wintertime, though you should ventilate the house regularly, even in winter, but will also help you to keep your immune system strong, or if you do go down with something or other, to help alleviate the symptoms. So bear with me. From time to time, I will look at my notes. Though I know this stuff, I don't believe in passing around fake news, especially if it's got my name on it. So I like to check my facts and make sure I've got everything accurate. Now, there are 6 oils that I'm going to be talking about today. And the first of which is Immortel, also called Helichrysum. Latin name is Helichrysum italicum or Helichrysum angustifolium. And what Immortel can do is, among the first thing, is an antispasmodic. So if you're heaving because you've got a bug, it can help with that. It's also good for things like asthma and acute bronchitis, coughs, and can help with headaches and migraine. So that, that help with some of the symptoms that are associated with colds or flu, or that nasty vomiting bug that seems to go around lately. Um, my next oil, and all of these will be posted. There'll be a link where you can actually see the plants and get a little bit more information. Lemon is my next one. It's an old favorite. I've talked about lemon before. And lemon is a great antiseptic. I mean, you can even put a few drops of the essential oil in your bucket when you're mopping the floor and whatnot, or cleaning around the house, because it's a great natural antiseptic. It's an expectorant, so if you've got a lot of cold in your chest, it'll help bring it up. It's also an immune stimulant, so it'll help strengthen your immune system. So you could actually use this in a prophylactic sense, in order to, as a preventative, rather than waiting till you actually get sick. It's also good for acute bronchitis, catarrh, and sinusitis if you suffer with that, particularly in the winter when we're closed in and things are shut up and breathing in recycled air. My next one is another oil that I've mentioned before, and it's black pepper, or piper nigrum. Oh, sorry, backtrack, rewind. Lemon is the Latin name is Citrus limonum, for those of you who like to have the proper nomenclature. Now, back to black pepper. Black pepper, or piper nigrum, is actually the dried peppercorns like you see in your kitchen cabinet. It's made from that. The oil is expressed from the dried fruit, the little seeds. It's an antiviral. It has antiviral properties, so that it's great for things like flu or colds. It also supports and strengthens the immune system, which is, again, another thing that can be used prophylactically before flu season starts, and is helpful with colds and for feelings of nausea. So if you're, feeling queasy, that can be helpful. Another oil, cardamom, my favorite oil, the one that's good for the memory. And the name is Cardamomum elitaria. And this is good for chronic respiratory infections, muscle aches, and nausea and stomach cramps. So if got that stomach bug going on, this is a good uh, oil to use. And I'll talk about how to use them in just a few moments. My next one is something I haven't mentioned before, and it's cubeb seed, which is Piper cubeba. So you can tell from the name that Piper, like black pepper, they're related. This is black pepper's little cousin, you might say. And the only difference between the way the seeds look, the little peppercorns, is that the cubeb has a little tail, which is why it's in Latin cubeba, means it has a tail. So like black pepper, it is antiviral, so it's great for flu symptoms. It's an expectorant, so for anything like catarrh, chronic bronchitis, or flu, it helps bring up all of that stuff out of your chest. And this is an excellent oil to use with children. Because it's not as strong as the black pepper, it's a milder pepper. It's really excellent for use with children. And I used these on my godchildren years ago when they were catching their bugs, and it would knock it out pretty quickly. And even now, I've used it recently. My goddaughter, who's 19 now, had said, "Oh, I remember that smell." Yeah, she did. She slathered it all over her when she was a child. And my last oil is eucalyptus, which, I mean, was probably one you would expect to be used. Latin name is Eucalyptus globulus. And it's also an expectorant. And it's what is called a febrifuge, which black pepper is as well. And febrifuges are oils that have the property of making you sweat, which can help to reduce fever because it helps you to break into a sweat. It is also good for acute or chronic, meaning continuous over a period of time, bronchitis. So it's also good for colds, coughs, flu, sinusitis as well. So how can you use these oils? Well, you can put them in a burner, maybe 5 or 6 drops in a burner, or an air stream, one of those devices that blow air rather than heats the oil. The only thing, they can be a bit noisy. With either one, unfortunately, the oil will, as it is volatile, the air, as they heat up or air passes through them, the molecules of scent become volatile and evaporate. So you will have to replace the oil on a periodic basis, but that's the easiest way to do it. You can mix a few drops, about 5 to 6 drops in a base oil such as almond oil or sunflower oil or some kind of base oil, and put a few drops of that mixture into your bath. You can spray with it. You could put the oils in a mixture of, and it sounds like weird, but it does work. A bit of alcohol, like vodka, or perfumer's alcohol if you have access to it, a bit of water, and the essential oil. Shake it, and you can spray it around the room to cover a wider area. You can also put 1 or 2 drops. Remember, these are concentrated, so you don't want to overload your system by adding too much, but 1 or 2 drops on a handkerchief or tissue, and smell periodically. I mean, that's something you could do at work, especially with people sneezing and coughing all over you. And that's an old tradition you might not be aware of. In the Middle Ages, when the plague and other diseases were rife, how doctors would keep themselves healthy was to wear these hoods that had a pouch where they could put different herbs in so that they could breathe, and herbs that seem to be helpful in warding off illness. So it's an old tradition, having smelling herbs, or in this case, oils, to be able to ward off illness. And there you have it, 6 oils that you could use to either help keep the bugs away, or if you come down with one, to help you alleviate the symptoms. There will be a link to show you the different plants on this post once it goes up on Facebook. I hope you enjoyed that, and found it useful. If you did, do let me know. And if you try any of these, let me know how you get on. I'm always happy to hear how people respond to things. And thanks for listening. I hope you've had a great summer and a great recent bank holiday. Back to school, back to work, and the regular routine. And I'll be here right with you. So if there's any subjects you'd like me to talk about, drop me a line. Let me know. I'm always happy to entertain thoughts for new ideas. And have a wonderful evening, a great weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.